What's up, guys? Decided to jump on here on a Monday night to do a live. I know y'all been watching my channel and seen all the craziness unfold the other day. The hot chip. The guys did awesome. They handled it well. What's going on, Tennessee? Flat better. It's on a load right now. But the hot chip challenge went good, and a lot of people were there watching and supporting. Like, y'all were trying to hammer that reefer guy. Y'all were hammering him with questions. Like, somebody said, Tennessee Flatbed do a full pre-trip, and I was like, oh man, you hit him where it hurts. Like, it's hard to talk when you eat that hot chip. We had an awesome time out there. It was outstanding. It was a lot of fun. And I decided to eat that chip. It was a mistake. Good evening, Kenworth Rider, man. Kenworth, I was going to text you today, but I forgot. I was going to ask you how your first load was and how things are going. Hey, what's going on, Kiersey? Kiersey's probably almost done with her TNT on her way back. But yeah, that hot chip was something else, and I decided to eat another one. In fact, Versatile Duckling, he called me the next day. He said, "Hey man, I'm not doing well, bro. Can you please stage my student for his test and work with my other guy?" I was like, "Sure thing, I got you, brother." Like, and the thing is, man, I put him through it, so I was like, man, I owe you this. Like, yes, I will work with your student. Yeah, I will help you out. It's painful. That chip's painful still. Now, I don't believe that the blue one that chip was as hot as the last one, but it was still painful. And today I got my water burger. I went on an entire run to Independence, and I was like, here's my chance to get me over to Whataburger. I got over there and got me a burger. I was happy. I got Dunkin' Donuts on the way. Like, I was living like a king on that load. They can give me that load every week. I will go. It was good. It was cool. Like, I parked my truck right in the parking lot. I had no problems with that. Nobody said anything. I was all like, hey, my truck's parked out there. And they're like, it's cool. Had a good load today. My students drove excellent. Like, they were super good at driving. Like, we had a great time. Gatson says, good evening, brother. Good evening, man. How you doing? Blue Bertie? Blue's here. Well, hey, Blue. Jeff's on the load. Jeff went on his first load tonight, man. How was that? He's out there running that flatbed. He's out there doing his thing, man. I'm hoping he's having a good time. I am at the Loves near Paducah. Have a 4 a.m. delivery in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Man, that's Tennessee Flatbed's home right there. Like, you're delivering right there to his home, man. Tennessee. Anything in the state of Tennessee. Everything is better in Tennessee. Right, Tennessee Flatbedder. He has it in his name. He loves it so much. But, guys, I was thinking, man, I am getting closer and closer to the 3,000 subscribers. So, like, it's almost time for another hat giveaway. So we kind of did some voting last time. My red was kind of winning. I'm thinking about, like, holding off, though, on the red until maybe 5,000 subscribers. I'm shooting for the sky, of course. We're going as big as we can. So I'm kind of leaning towards the gray one. I don't know if any of y'all are going to have a problem with it. And also the join the membership of my channel. You get the specialized emojis. Like, Kiersey down here has the how many months she's been in. She's rocking the 2-month logo next to her name. It's super sick. Oh, super chat from Kiersey. Hit the like button, people. Yeah, Kiersey, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but when we talk about the like button, we always get to see peg leg.
Hey everybody, hit that like button, borrow my leg to smash that ding dong bell. Oh, and if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too.
I love that. I really do. Peg Leg was super awesome by sending me that. Like, I love it. I can't get enough of it. And Kirsty, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Like, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Kirsty says, I was stuck in Florida the past 2 days on my way to California. Yeah, when you get into Florida, it's like a vortex down there. You kind of get stuck in there. I've never been to Florida without sitting there after I delivered for a whole day. So yeah, I know your pain in Florida. That's why a lot of TNT trainers do not like getting students from Florida. It's really hard to place a student with somebody that's in Florida because nobody wants to go there, especially the lease guys. They're taking a pay cut when they go into there. I feel for them. There's a lot of trucks trying to get out of there, so the freight is kind of cheaper because they're like, man, there's so many trucks waiting on freight here. We can drop the rates because our freight's in demand for those trucks to get out of here. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to deadhead out of there to like Georgia just to get a load. Godson says, done with TNT. Thanks for your encouragement on the pad a few months ago. Hey man, anytime. I'm glad to help, and I'm glad that you're done with TNT, and I'm glad that you're getting your new truck, like a truck. Man, that's awesome. It makes me feel great whenever I see some of the people that followed me on this channel succeed and get to their own truck. Whenever I don't try to preach to anyone, hey, come to Prime. Prime's the best. But I will tell you this, whenever you come to Prime, I kind of say, hey, thanks for watching my videos. I'm glad that I inspired you to come here, and I think you made the right choice. That's my opinion, though. Once you're here, you're here. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Jeffrey's is going good out here. Oh yeah, Tennessee is the best. So Jeffrey's out there with Tennessee Flatbedder. He's out there training them. So, they're out there running the load, and Tennessee's. I told them both this morning. I said, y'all be safe out there, and I said it is don't kill Tennessee Flatbedder week, however long they're out, week or couple days, however long. So I'm trying to run a lot of tire runs this week. I'm trying to get any loads I can. I'm gonna probably go to driver lineup, try to hit them up for some more loads. My truck was going nuts. It was going nuts the last few days. The dash looked like a Christmas tree. I went to the shop. They ran a test on it. They're all like, man, there's nothing wrong with your truck, but the main computer is glitched or something. It is throwing codes like crazy. We clear them, and they just pop right back up. And I was like, they're all like, you guys will go to Freightliner. But today we were out driving the truck, and the code's all cleared. And I was like, all the lights are off, and it just needed to be, I guess it just wanted to run a little while. It wanted to get hot or something, and so all those codes would get off of there. Maybe my truck said, you know what, since you went out on quarantine for 7 days, I'm just going to be ornery until you get me running, because I want to run. My truck wants to run. Our trucks have personalities, believe it or not. Some things make your trucks mad sometimes. I think it was me being out on quarantine for those 5 days. My truck was like, I didn't do nothing but sit in the yard. You left me. She was a little bit moody, I think. Hit that like button. Before great. Tyson's closed on Sunday. Delayed me. I did not know Tyson would ever close. Yeah, I never knew Tyson would close at all. I hope I'm on the way back tomorrow. Tennessee, where'd you go? Did you get you some Whataburger too? For y'all that don't know, I already know where he went. Tennessee Flatbedder, he went down to Texas. And I'm hoping that he stopped by and let Jeff get some Whataburger. Jeff, you should have got on my truck because I took my students for some Whataburger today. And whoa, let me tell you what. Man, Whataburger has a banana pudding, banana Oh, banana pudding, shake, banana pudding malt or whatever, and it was delicious. Like I couldn't get enough of it. Like I love banana pudding. Super good. Kiersey says, I will preach. Prime is the best. Yeah, Kiersey knows. Like, we love it here. You know, it's hard to find. I watch people on Zoom, but it is really, really hard to find somebody at Prime that doesn't like it. There are people out there, and every time I find one, I'm all like, I was like, so you didn't like it here at Prime? I'm all like, hey, let's do a video on it. Let's talk about it, you know. And they're all like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm all like, but it'd be great because I want to give people the real life, like why somebody has an issue here. Like, let's talk about it because I think that it would be helpful. Maybe they would come on the channel, do a video, and we would talk about it and find out like what the problem is. I had one of my students, actually, one of my close friends, he came out here and, you know, I taught him PSD. He went on TNT. Great guy, great friend of mine. And whenever he left, I was like, hey man, why don't you go work this place local? Because we're both from Lubbock, Texas. So why don't you go drive for this place or drive for that place? And he said, honestly, I hate trucking. I said, why? He goes, I hated every second of it. He's all like, I couldn't stand how long it took to get unloaded. I couldn't stand Walmart's rules. They want you there on time, but if you're a little bit late, they're going to reject your load. If you're too early, they'll reject your load. I was talking to one of my old PSD students the other day. You know, he's out there running freight. He's a company driver. Him and his wife are on the truck together. And they stopped by to see me for a little while, and we got a chit chat. But they were telling me at this Walmart that they ended up getting there late because of their truck. Then they didn't reset their appointment time for 24 hours, so they didn't know their appointment time. Then they got the truck in the shop. They said they were setting in Arizona for like a week. I was like, man. But they were positive about it, and you know, Prime took care of them. You know, they weren't like, hey, we didn't get paid for nothing. We didn't get paid to sit there. You know, they had issues, and guess what? They were still smiles on their face. Still love it here. You know, it's awesome. Great people. They were great. You'll see them. Sometimes you'll see them in the lives down here. They'll comment. Jeff says he only had to grab a dash once. LOL. Love my Prime experience. So there's a guy right there in PSD that is having a great time. He loves his experience here, like, and he's a pretty cool guy. I got to meet him. Real good guy. Y'all know Jeff. He's been on here for a while too. He's been on here for at least a month, I think, on my channel for sure. He might have been here longer, but I don't remember him speaking up much until here recently. Weasel, what's going on? Weasel's one of my members too. He's next to his name down there. If y'all are watching on YouTube, you will see the first month of the first month emblem, and I just put it there. I thought it was kind of cool. Like it says dumb truck driver, because I always tell my students, you got to be the dumb truck driver. Stop overthinking this and making this harder than it is. Be the dumb truck driver. Just stop thinking so much. You know, people like to think about, hey, if the truck moves this way, the trailer moves like this, and this moves like this, and this does this. It's too much thinking. Just think of one piece at a time and move that one piece. Stop overthinking. And it happens a lot. You know, backing and stuff like that's a lot easier. And I'm still playing that game. I don't know if y'all watch my backing videos I put out on the straight line and the alley dock. But I'm still playing around with that, and I'm trying to figure out the controlling a little bit better. And I want to be working with that to make some videos that might help some people out and understand more. Not necessarily for PSD, but more so for TNT and like some of the what's the nicest way to put it? The rookie. some people don't like the word rookie, but the rookie truck drivers out there, maybe I can show them a few things using it. And I will also, once I decide whether or not that it would be a great app for more people to use, then I'll put out the name of it. But right now, I kind of don't want to put out the name of it because I don't want people to be like, oh, Twizted said I can play this game and learn how to back on that. No, if you're a brand new driver with a permit, I really don't think the game is going to be a good idea for you. I think that it's going to be something that's for an experience, a little bit of an experienced CDL holder that can understand it because he's been in that position and he's tried the maneuver out. And maybe a little tip here or there will help him out. That's what I'm mainly looking for in it. And also, it's pretty fun. If y'all haven't watched that video, I definitely say watch that. I want to give a special thanks to Tennessee Flatbedder the other day. If y'all watched the reefer trailer video, like that was a lot of fun to make. And Tennessee Flatbedder, he was my cameraman. He didn't complain once. I was like, come here now, stand here now, do this now, do this now. Didn't complain one time. He was very helpful and did an awesome job at running the camera. And you know, if it wasn't for him, I don't think that video would have been as good. And for you guys, just so y'all know, there's a part of that video, and somebody commented on it today, and they said, man, you're creasing your shoe. You know, I was working so hard on that video, I didn't even realize I creased my shoe until I was editing that video and rewatching it. And as I was watching it, I said, oh, no, not my shoe. So I backed up and I looked down, and sure enough, my Jordan 1 was creased. You know, my Jordan 1 Brotherhood, I creased it. So I wasn't, I gave up a pair of Jordan 1s for you guys. I can still wear them, but they're creased now. So, you know, it kind of hurt my feelings just a little bit. I creased my Jordan 1s. It happens. It happens. Still biting at the bit. The 28th right around the corner, and be resubmitting my application. Awesome, Weasel. We hope you get here, man. It's great. Hans says Prime's not the best. They just wear pajama juggalos. They just pajama juggalos. Hey, man, like that was a jersey and a pair of shorts, and you know, that's how I dressed that day. So some days I think that it's kind of fun on test day. Like most of the time you see me out there on the pad, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and some shorts. And people know that on test days I like to wear my jerseys. So whenever test day comes around, I really like to wear jerseys. I think that they're kind of fun, and my students are kind of like, man, Big D's kind of dressing up for me. It used to be a superstition of mine that my student wasn't going to pass unless I wore my lucky jersey. Like I had a lot of stuff that I was superstitious about, but over time I've been less superstitious, and I've been kind of more chill about it, not as superstitious. You know, I was all in my head. I'm believing. I still try to do certain stuff. Like I don't like splitting the poles and stuff like that. You know, I like to go in the same. Like if there's two poles there, I like both people go through the pole. I don't like to split it, you know, and it goes back to the casino and stuff. You know, it's just different stuff like that. It's kind of superstition. I know it's foolish, but I just kind of like, I don't know, I just did it. So, you know, it's Steve-O, good evening, fellas. Steve-O, you on TNT already, or did they send you home? Because, guys, right now I am hearing right now that there is zero weight on a TNT trainer for you guys right now. So I'm hoping that nobody has to be waiting on a TNT trainer right now. For you guys that are testing out in Pittston and Salt Lake City, make sure y'all run by Springfield or wherever you need to get a TWIC card. Steve-O, I hope that you heard that. You got to get a TWIC card before they let you upgrade. Hans says, I passed my recert on my medical card. 2 more years of super trucking. He's a danger to the roads, guys. He's a danger to the roads. So, nah, he's not. Hans is good. I like giving a hard time about being a super trucker, though. Gunther, what's going on, man? He says, what's up to Tennessee flatbedder, too? You are correct. 0 weight. I'm hooked up. He's on his way to Salt Lake City. Yeah, you know, one of my guys the other day. So, Jesus takes the wheel, picked up my student Matt. My student Matt passed his test, and Jesus takes the wheel, pretty much said, hey, look, I'm vicious. We're leaving tomorrow. So, like, he passed on Saturday. They left out Sunday morning, and that's how it used to be. It used to be that quick for a TNT trainer to pick you up and y'all were on the road. And I'm kind of glad that it's getting back to that level again, because people sitting at home, not doing anything, they get bored. Then they're all like, you know what, Prime's never going to send me a TNT trainer. They start losing faith. And then they'd start thinking about working for other companies or something like that, because they're all like, man, I'm tired of waiting. So it's good that we're getting people right out the gate onto TNT again. I really like that. I think that it's super awesome. It's super important. And, you know, I kind of get tired of hearing the question every week. After my test, do I get to go home? And then that's all they think about. Instead of thinking about your test, you're more like, hey, I get to go home, right? I'm going home. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I want to hear. So after I pass this test, like, I want to go on TNT. When's my TNT that you think going to get here? You think it's going to be a couple days? You think that it's going to take a month? How long do you think it's going to take? You know, I want the people that are vicious, that aren't thinking about going home. The people that are all like, man, I'm ready to run some freight. A lot of people would like this little break and everything. You know, it's kind of cool. Uh-oh, Hans with a super chat. I'm scared to read it, so give me a minute. I got to prepare myself because I know it's going to say something bad. Hans with a $5 super chat. It says, super trucks wear proper clothing. Insane clown posse wears pajamas. Hey, we dress comfortable around here. So we dress comfortable, Hans. You just jealous, man. You would like to wear some pajamas too. Hans probably driving without a shirt on is what he's doing. You've seen those super truckers out there that don't wear no shirt. They're just driving in their boxers, if they're even wearing that. But, you know, I've seen, I don't think that pajamas are, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, in a way, I want to say, hey, dress comfortable. You're on that truck, you're driving, dress comfortable. But the thing is, when you're going to a shipper or receiver, then I don't think pajamas are 100% okay. Like, put on some shorts, put on a t-shirt, you'll be fine. I'm not saying go in there in a full suit. No, to me, I'll tell you what. Year round, I wear basketball shorts and I wear t-shirts. And in the wintertime, whenever I get out my truck, if it's super cold outside, I'm going to throw on some sweatpants on top of that, and I'm going to throw on a pullover, and I'm going to be good. So I think that I dress pretty comfortable. I'm chill. Hans got his 2-month badge next to his name too. Those look good. I really do like them. It shows me the support that y'all give me on this channel. I love it whenever y'all hit the join button down there. And the join membership is only $2.99, so it's not much. You can cancel it at any time you want. It's awesome. Also, guys, some of y'all might not have seen it, but in my description, there is my phone number right there. So don't be scared. If you're scared to say something in here or ask a question in here, definitely shoot me a text right there, because I will get to it whenever I can. And it's just another way to reach out. Even if you're not new coming to Prime, or you're thinking about coming to Prime, even if you're a driver for a while, it's nice to have that outreach. If you need something, text that number. I'll tell you what text me your problem. I'll tell you what I really think about it. It's good. I've got texts from people on TNT. Hey, my trainer's doing this, or my trainer's doing that, and I'm all like, here's what you need to do. That is, I feel like I'm trying to be an outreach for you guys that are having issues, and I will do everything in my power to help you out. So make sure that y'all jot down that phone number down in the description. That way y'all can get a hold of me if y'all need to. And don't be scared to text me. If you don't want to talk, I don't like talking on the phone much. So I'm a lot better off at the text message and stuff like that than I am talking on the phone. But I have people text me about, most of my texts are actually about my Nighthawk hotspot from drivers that have been driving a while. They want to know about that because, it's really good to have some data and some Wi-Fi in the truck, especially if you're a gamer, because people that want to play video games can't have all that lag and stuff. So having your Xbox hardwired, you get way less lag. I feel like it's more efficient. I can play online against real people, so to me it's way better. Han says, I saw a video a month ago of a trucker wearing high heels and a mini skirt. Hans, we're not. Leave the Pornhub alone, Hans. Stop watching that stuff. Evo says, I'll do shorts and hikers on travels days, then represent my company and myself on pickup and delivery days. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Dress comfortable, and then when you have to go in a shipper or receiver, kind of dress presentable. And even though I like wearing t-shirts and stuff like that, and they're not collared shirts or whatever that people may like, my deal is that I'm not wearing something with a bunch of stains on it. Like if I drop food on my shirt, I'm going to change shirts, because I don't want to walk around with this shirt that has a big food stain on it. Definitely don't want to do that. I want to look presentable and not look like a slob. I feel like if you're pretty much stains on your shirt and stuff like that, you kind of starting to look like a slob, and it's not the best look. Now, I got this beard. Sometimes I get food trapped in it, and I'm saving it for later. But the shippers and receivers don't understand that. So whenever I go in there, I'll scrape all my food out too. I'll put it in a little Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator, save it for later. That's a joke, by the way. I'm not really doing that. What cell service do you have now or think is the best over the road? So there's two companies that I'm going to say are the best. One is AT&T, one is Verizon. Those are going to be your best two options out here. I am using AT&T because I feel like AT&T has been good to me ever since I've had AT&T, and I'm not switching. And the Verizon's guys swear Verizon's better. It's back and forth, but realistically, wherever the AT&T phone doesn't work, the Verizon one's working. Wherever the Verizon one don't work, the AT&T one's working. So you just gotta pick your phone company. One of those two I highly recommend. I've had students come out with Sprint phones. They're all like, my bill's this much. I got unlimited everything. You should really get this. And I'm all like, oh, man, that's cool. So whenever they get out here and their phones are not working, I'm like, dude, I thought you had this great phone company. And they're all like, and I'm all like, it's cool, man. I'll turn on my hotspot. I'll say, hook up to that hotspot, and you'll have you know, at least you can use your phone like FaceTime, stuff like that, to talk to the family. So Sprint, I'm not a big one on. T-Mobile, I'm not a big one on. And I do have another phone. That number in my description is actually the number to my Sprint phone. So definitely, you know, it's a good phone and it's unlimited everything, but it does not have the signal my AT&T one does. I lose calls all the time on it. It's okay, I'll say. You're in a tight spot and that's what you can afford, then go for it. If all you can afford is a track phone, go for it. My students that come out here and they don't even have a cell phone, they have a cell phone, but they don't have service. Like, you guys, like, using the Wi-Fi calling, it makes it extremely difficult to get a hold of you guys. I had a guy that his phone only worked if he was on Wi-Fi because he was using an app, and it was extremely hard to get a hold of him. I was like, dude, you're at a trucking job where you need a phone to check in at shippers and receivers and stuff. They're not always going to have Wi-Fi for you. Weasel says, I hear you, Twisted. Screw going home, knock out school, jump right into a trainer's truck and get them 30,000 miles knocked out, and then maybe think about going home. See, and that's what I like to hear right there. I did the same thing. I miss Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. I missed Halloween. I missed Thanksgiving. I made it home for Christmas just because my trainer wanted to go home for Christmas. So I made it home for Christmas, and then I was only off for I think I was off for 7 days. No, it ended up being like 8 days because it took my trainer a while to get back to me. He was from Tennessee. He's not from Tennessee, but he was in Tennessee, and he had to get loads back to come pick me up, and that took a little bit. So I was off for a little more than a week, and then whenever I came back, we just finished it real quick, and I was off of his truck beginning of January. You know, I was on the truck with a lease guy, and he taught me everything I needed to know during PSD. He taught me macros. He taught me check in at the shippers. He taught me check in at the receivers. Like, he taught me a lot of stuff, and awesome trainer. So, like, sometimes what I hear from the guys, like some of my students, they talk to their friends and stuff, and it happens all the time. And their friends, they're all like, they're over the road with a trainer, with like maybe somebody that's going to take them PSD and TNT. And all I hear is, man, this is messed up. My trainer has me driving in my entire shift out. He doesn't drive. He just sits over there in the passenger seat. I'm doing everything. And, you know, that's the trainer you want. I was in those shoes. Like, I didn't complain about it. I knew I needed the experience. My trainer, he would have me drive for a while, and he would get bored over there, though. He would be like, all right, you drove 10 hours today. I'm going to take over for at least 3. I'm going to drive 3 more hours. I was like, cool. So he would take over. He would drive 3 more hours, and he taught me everything. He said, if I get out the truck, you get out the truck. If I go in to check in a shipper, you go in to check into a shipper. If you want to see how this job's done, be on my heels. And that's what I kind of modeled it. Like, I did that. He got out the truck and go check in. Now, there was a couple times that he said, don't go in here and check in. He's all like, just stay in the truck for whatever reason. I don't even know. But sometimes it happened like twice. He would be like, hey, I don't want you to go in here. Just stay in the truck. And I don't know why. It was probably because the guard shack, the person at the guard shack was really rude, or maybe it was a place that they were only wanting one person in at a time. I can't remember. I don't even remember where it was. So there was a couple places I didn't go into, but almost everywhere he let me. I was doing all the macros. I was learning the macros on PSD. That way, when we went team TNT, it was straight team. As soon as I took my test, it was team from then on. There was no one in the passenger seat no more. Like, it was team. And that's because he prepared me on the PSD part. So just look at that. You guys that go over the road with a trainer, don't think of it as, man, my trainer's making me do everything. Think of it as, I'm getting experience. I'm behind the wheel. I'm learning how to drive. The best way to get experience is being behind the wheel. The best way to see what happens in a shipper is getting out the truck and following them. The best way to know how to put a lock on the trailer is if you walk over there and put a lock on the trailer. So, get off of that. Hey, I'm over here working for free. No, you're not working for free. You're working for experience is what you're working for. You're on the truck doing the work for the knowledge of how to do things. That way, when you go TNT, you're more prepared for it. When you get your own truck, you're more prepared for it. Those are some good trainers out there that want you to learn that stuff now during PSD. Like they think that they feel like you're capable enough that you can understand that and learn that also while you're learning your pre-trip and your other stuff. Weasel says, I want to stack money. Can't stack it waiting to go home all the time. I'm gonna make that truck home. Yes, and that truck's gonna be home. Like I like how Simple Plan Trucking, his wife said, I feel like I live in his man cave. And like that truck is your man cave. It's your home, it's your man cave. It's where you're gonna live for at least a year. So make it comfortable. Get your stuff together. Michael says, what info on Nighthawk? The Nighthawk is a hotspot that's a router. It's made by Netgear. So the Netgear Nighthawk, it's awesome. It has ports that you can plug in an Ethernet cord to, straight hardwire your laptop or your Xbox. I highly recommend it. It's through AT&T and it's 5G. It was 5G when 5G just barely came out too. So Gunther says, to me, seems that you want so you get those miles and getting that practice. Yes, it's all about getting the miles, getting the practice, getting the experience. It's all about bettering yourself. You'd rather have your trainer in the seat next to you, experiencing maybe a car cut you off. That way you could be like, what should I have done in that situation? He can tell you, hey, you handled it good. Or he can say, hey, what I would have done is this right here. So you need that experience because we can't tell you when a car is going to pull out in front of you. Hey, you drove straight for 3 hours today. I'm going to take over and I'm going to drive the rest of it out. And nothing happened during the 3 hours you were driving. But whenever he's driving, a car cuts him off and he slows down and, he just reacts to it like normal. And you're all like, man, I wonder what I would have done. I would have done the same thing as him. You don't know what you're going to do till it happens to you. I'll tell you what, a car jumped over the side of an overpass that I was going on top of. Like a car coming from down a side of an overpass came up, jumped over the guardrail and landed in front of me one day. And, they always say, and I was always told, don't jerk the wheel. When that car landed in front of me, I reacted. I kind of pulled the wheel a little bit because I was like, I saw the guy's face. I didn't want to T-bone him. I pulled the wheel a little bit. I hit the engine of his car. It caused me to jackknife. It caused me to lose control. It caused me to hit the guardrail. Caused me to hit the guardrail like 3 times. So, I mean, did I do right by swerving? I feel like I did because I saved his life. But a lot of people are telling me, you shouldn't have swerved. You shouldn't have swerved. That's why you jackknifed. And I was like, I was empty. I knew I was empty at least. And they were all like, would you have changed it if you were loaded? And I said, I don't know. Probably not. I would have probably reacted the same way. I really was hoping everything was happening in slow motion whenever it happened. Whenever I jerked the wheel, I honestly was like, man, I missed that car till I heard the boom. I was all like, nope, I hit that car. I definitely hit that car. And it was scary. You never expect a car to jump over a guardrail, land in front of you. Sometimes going on a cross overpass, I still look down there like, is there going to be a car coming? Because it was nuts. It's crazy. The sad thing is, my teammate, at the time it happened, my teammate just moved off my truck. So I bought a brand new TV. I mounted it in the truck. I went over there. I spent my last night off. Me and my wife went over there and we cleaned the truck. We made it perfect. And I was like, I made it perfect for me. I made Top Buck perfect for a student. And whenever that accident happened, I had stuff everywhere. It was a mess. Horrible mess. What's going on, Sam? Sam Avocado? Acevedo? Same, different tool. Same-ish, just a different toilet. Hey, Pegleg made it in. Pegleg, we already played your video. I'm sorry, man. But hey, welcome to the stream, Pegleg. I'm glad you could make it. Third party at AT&T. I don't know what that means. Third party at AT&T. I have. If you're asking what service I have AT&T completely. Like, I have their service, and I'm grandfathered into a limited that I've been a part of for a long time. A lot of people text me and they're all like, "How do I get the unlimited plan?" And I was like, "Look, at the time that I made that video was the time that you could get the unlimited plan by buying it. It was a special promotion they had where you could get the unlimited because you added an extra line for your hotspot and you bought your hotspot, and they had an unlimited plan. Now they don't have an unlimited plan. Now they have, or they might have an unlimited plan, but it's throttled or something." But even at AT&T, so what I found out about AT&T is that the way they do it, and Super Trucker Hans says AT&T is okay. So that's coming from a real life Super Trucker right there. Y'all better write that down. AT&T is fine. Is okay. But the way that AT&T was explaining to me is how they kind of throttle you is that each tower has an order on it of who's used the most data in 1 month to who used the least amount. So what they do is they put you, whenever you use all of your gigs or whatever you have, terabytes, whatever, the amount of data you have, they put you on a list in the tower. And the people that use the least amount of data are at the top, and the people that used more are shuffled down to the bottom. Now, me, I use a lot of data in the truck whenever I'm over the road. I use a lot. So you would figure that I would be at the bottom of the tower. Whenever I'm out of the data, whenever I hit the threshold or whatever, they send me a message and it says, you already exceeded your amount. Well, by the time, like, I'm in a big city or a small city, whatever, I'm on a big tower or a small tower. When you get into a big city, there are people in that city that are always on their phone using huge amounts of data. So you're not at the bottom. When you're in a small town, that's whenever you're probably at the bottom, but there's less people on that tower. So it really doesn't affect you. I've never felt like AT&T has really slowed me down where I couldn't play my video games, where I couldn't watch Netflix, none of that. I've never been at a truck stop where I didn't have, no, I take that back. One time I was at a truck stop, I think it was in Indiana, I think. And where I was parked, I had no signal. So I moved my truck to the other side of the truck stop and parked on the other side just to see if the signal was better. And I had a little bit of signal, enough to stream Netflix, but as for play games, I couldn't. But it was one time at a truck stop, I couldn't get any signal. On says Super Trucker. There's Hammer down. Gunther says, I remember back when I initially started to drive trucks was no unlimited plan, etc. Only get so many minutes, etc. Or have to wait till after 9. Wasn't really smartphone then. Yeah, and you know, I respect the older truck drivers, the older generation that started driving a long time ago. I don't know how y'all did it with missing y'all's family and stuff, having to find a pay phone, or you know, you had the satellite phones and stuff like that, and there wasn't no FaceTime, no Facebook. You couldn't see pictures of your family. Like, I bet spending a month and a half over the road, when you came home, you were all like, this is what my family looks like. Like, watching your kids grow up, like a month with a child, they grow up a lot within a month. So you get home and your family looks different. You're all like, what is going on here? So, you know, I give it to you guys that were back then. Like, it had to be hard. And we take this stuff for granted. We really do. We don't appreciate what the guy before us has put into it. I do. I feel like I do. Like, any truck driver that's been driving a long time, I have the utmost respect for them. Before the APU, before these smartphones, back whenever it was super hard, I couldn't imagine. I'm spoiled now. I'm spoiled. Now getting back into the trucking, phones are a big plus. Sam says, I remember those days. Sam, you were driving trucks back in those days? Pegleg says, I had Verizon when I on the road. They were good. I have Metro, PCE, and unlimited for $66 a month. Yeah, Pegleg's over there on the government phone. I'm joking. I don't know. It just, Metro always is the cheapest phone around, so I don't think it would be good on a truck. But in the city, I think you'll be fine with a phone like that. But I can't wait till I'm waiting until I get a little bit closer to the 3K subscribers to order those hats. So I've been looking. I like these hats right here. These hats were good. I like them. So these hats right here, I feel like that they were good quality. I like them. Um, yeah, I really like these hats right here. So I'm thinking about going with this company again, buying the same hats, but I'm also looking at a different style too. So because I do like these hats. These hats are comfortable. Even if you have glasses, they work. It's snapback. Like, I really like them. I'm not putting the name on the back of the next ones. I'm just gonna have this on the front. And like I did for this run, I'm gonna have a couple that are in different colors, and then the majority are gonna be these black ones. So the multiple color ones will be given away during the live stream. That way people have their own custom color one. So just like we did last time, I'll probably have Tennessee Flatbedder over here, and he said he's also going to be doing a giveaway too. So it'll be a lot of fun that night. We're going to have a lot of fun. But we got to get up there to that 3,000K mark. So we got to really push. I'm pushing out more videos, trying my best. Y'all make sure y'all do y'all's part. Share my videos. Throw those thumbs up on them. Let's get this going. And Pegleg's going to get that hat right there. You can't really see it tonight, but I'm going to mail Pegleg that hat whenever I hit 3,000 subscribers. Pegleg, you better start riding my channel on your leg and start sporting it. Get Tennessee Flatbedder to send you one of those vinyl cut stickers to put down your leg, so with my YouTube on it and his, that way when you walk around, people will be like, what's that? Oh, you guys subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get that green hat over there. Every subscriber gets me one step closer to getting that green hat. So what about tanker pre-trip. Oh man, I'm scared of tanker pre-trip. Really, I'm close to doing it, but I'm scared of it because I don't want to mess it up. Hats aren't cheap, so help this guy out if you want a hat. Yeah, the hats are not cheap. That's why I really don't want to sell them, is because I felt bad because like I was all like, whenever people were buying them, I was all like, look, I'm sorry, it's going to be $25 a hat. And they're all like, man, I would have paid 30. I'm all like, no, I'm not going up on the price. I'm telling you that cost me, these hats are not cheap. And I don't know how to find them at a cheaper price without getting some bad quality hats. I do not want to put any bad quality hats. I'm really highly against bad quality hats. I don't like bad quality hats. Big D, do you and Tennessee Flatbetter use some recruiter? I thought you put it in the bottom of your videos, but didn't see it. Yes, we use Tennessee. Who's your recruiter? I'm gonna try copy and paste mine right now. Channel. Yes, go to my channel. Live video. Okay, here we go. More. Copy this. Copy. Let's paste it in the comments. I copied and pasted my recruiter to the comments. My recruiter is Jenny Trans at Prime Inc. Her direct phone number is 417-521-3599. Prime Recruiting is 800-224-4585. So there's my recruiter. I'll leave that up there for a minute for you to write it down because on Facebook it did not come in. I just put it on Facebook. I said, I mean on YouTube, it didn't want to work. There, I put it on YouTube again. Let's see if it worked that time. Weasel says, you were talking to Sam. A 40-year-old driver has gone from payphones to two-stick transmission to APU and GPS. Mad respect for those guys. Yes, for sure. I'm telling you, I barely learned how to drive manual. I couldn't imagine having two sticks trying to learn that. I wouldn't mind trying it though. I would like to try it. All right, Steve-O, we'll catch you later. So he has to take off. He's going to eat some dinner. Yeah, peg leg. I remember my dad, all that he had phones at the table in restaurants and used a calling card. River Rich helped talk me into eating a chip on Saturday. It was horrible. Well, what's going on, River Rich? You get a truck yet? We got to see a video of your truck, man. Hopefully you got a truck. I'll put a sticker on my third leg. I have an old prosthetic leg. That's cool. I was joking, but that's awesome. Tennessee Flatbetter, mail him some YouTube stickers. He's gonna go work when he goes to work in the truck stops and stuff, like cleaning up the parking lot, picking up pee bottles and stuff. He said he'll wear his fake leg, right peg leg. Was gonna call tomorrow, like you said, so I can get the info on if I get a CDL, etc. before I come to Prime, and if there would be an issue. Was super busy last few days. Yeah, make sure you find that out for sure, because I would hate for you to get that CDL and they're all like, we're not hiring CDL holders currently, so definitely call and ask. I need a purple shirt from Tennessee that says, what the are you doing? Good times. Oh, man. Yeah, Tennessee, you're going to get them a shirt, man. KT Live says, what's happening to the load choice? Is this still testing phase after like 4 years, I think, or they stopped working on it? Thanks. From what I understand is that they were not doing the loads choice anymore, that they did not like it. Too many people were having issues with it, and they said that they just did not like it. So last I heard, they were doing away with it. They were like, we're washing our hands of that. So if you have it, they're going to leave you with it. If you don't have it, then you're not going to get it. But they could have changed their minds. Last I heard, it was about 4 months ago whenever I asked about it, because somebody asked in one of my lives. They said, don't put out a video on this, but off the record, we'll tell you a little bit about it. And they're all like, don't put out a video on it. And since it's been so long ago, I'm pretty much thinking that that's the way they're doing with it, because the low choice board, people have not talked about it in a long time. Nobody said that they've been offered it. None of my students that I still talk to that are lease have told me anything about it, about getting on a low choice board. Oh, still waiting on the call. Old B Motel Max have 3 sticks. Hey, River Rich, are you in Springfield or where you at? $25 is a good price for a nice hat. Yeah, I just feel bad for, like, I don't like to be a person that's out there selling stuff. Like, I just don't feel right doing it. Like, they were in my truck and I was like, $25 a hat. People were all like, hey, you still got some hats? I'm like, yeah, here you go. They give me $25. And it's just weird to me. Like, I'm all like I told, didn't hear a lot. I can't think of his name right now. But he came to get a hat, and he was all like, "Hey man, I got $25 for a hat," and I was like, "Nah, man, I'll just give you one. I'll give you one because I don't like selling them." So I give him one, and he hands me $25 anyways, and I was like, "Thank you, man." I said it's just weird to me because, like, I feel like my subscribers over here are my family. Like, y'all are my friends, y'all are my family. I love coming and hanging out with you. That's why I have this Monday night live right now. And I'm not making it official Monday night live like the Thursday night. Thursday night happens every week. Like, I'm there every week. Monday night is, if I am able to, I'm doing the Monday night. And Monday night, I just like to come hang out with you guys. Like, I don't care what we talk about. Thursday night's question and answers. But tonight, it's just like, hey, let's hang out, guys. How y'all been? Like, we connect here. Flatbed for the win on the chip challenge. Oh, look at this. FBGs. Golly. Hashtag reefer mob. Yeah, I'm a reefer squad, reefer mob, reefer FBG over here. Just, man, I think we have more people though in that live for the reefer to take that win than anything else. Oh, you're at home in West Virginia. Ah, enjoy your home time. Hopefully this time when you went home, you didn't have a pipe burst in the ceiling and the freaking ceiling cave in on you and shingles flying off your house and all kinds of chaos like you did last time. I can't even remember what all you said was wrong with it, but I remember you had a lot of stuff go on. Reefers. Sam's a little bit confused, so he likes the switch hit over here. He's all like flatbed, then he's all like reefer, then he's all flatbed. He's kind of confused. He'll figure it out one of these days. Pegleg says, how's Duckling's stomach? I do not work truck stops. I did drive that dropped pee bottle. I did drive that dropped pee bottle and a poo bag. Would have dumped it on their driver's seat. Hey, no. Duckling, he was sick. He didn't even come to work. He didn't even come to work the next day. Like, he was bad. He hit me up and he said, hey, man, I need your help. I really need your help. I need you to put my truck out there on the pad so my student can take his test. And I was like, I got you, bro. And then he was all like, and my other student, can you run them through all the maneuvers? So I ran them through pretty much all the maneuvers. But, you know, he said what was happening is he would get the cold chills and then he'd throw a blanket on and then he would be burning up. So he'd throw the blanket off and he would be cold chills. And he said it was horrible. He was not doing good. And Tennessee flatbeds, he said it didn't feel good coming out the other side. That he felt like he ate the chip double pretty much. Or he's here right now. Tennessee flatbedder, how was the chip? How was day 2 after the chip, I should ask. So hopefully he puts something in here pretty soon so we can find out how it was. It was miserable. And me, thanks for asking, guys. No, mine was... The only reason I ate that chip in that video is because I wanted to see if it was worse than the old one, and it was not. But I might have the 2021 chip coming in, so maybe we can get them in there for round 2, a tiebreaker. They both made it past the hour, so maybe we should do a tiebreaker if we can talk Tennessee and Versatile Duckling in here to do the tiebreaker. I wouldn't mind seeing them go at it again. I don't feel like we had a true winner there. I mean, I give it to you, Tennessee Flatbed. I give it to you because you were the last. You didn't even drink nothing. What am I talking about? Versatile Duckling did, and I had to go hose it out my backyard. What did he drink? I think that he drank that too fast, though. Well, we had a good time. We hung out afterwards too, and we had a good time afterwards. It was great getting everyone together at the house, hanging out and stuff. He burned a new ring around the whole, yeah. He got another tattoo around it. A free tattoo. He didn't have to pay for it. So since the after effects were worse, is it safe to say no repeat chip challenge or 2 chip challenge? See, I think that we should kind of make it a yearly thing, and maybe every year we'll bring in a different reefer and a different flatbedder in here and let them do it. I think that would be pretty cool. Like on that live, I had $1,000 on the guy that has the purple truck. So like I was betting $1,000 on the guy with the purple truck, but nobody would take the bet. So I don't know. I think it would be cool to do it again, maybe next year with some different people, because it is fun. It is fun. Like Tennessee Flatbedder was scary, man. Like I was sitting next to him, and he was all like, "It's getting hot in here. Turn on a fan." And I was all like, "Dude, the air's on, man. It's on." He was all like, a little while later, he's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna need a fan. I'm gonna need it. Give me a fan." And I was like, "Oh no!" I was all like, "Wife, can you go get him a fan?" And she was like, she ran off, got him a fan, came back, and then poor Versatile Duckling, the fan's right next to him, and he's all like, "The fan's worse. The fan's worse." Like you couldn't win with both of them. So Versatile Duckling had to suffer through the fan being on. and you know, both of the guys manned up and they did it. That's more than I can say about a lot of people out there. Like a lot of people are too scared to even try it. So like I'm giving it to them like full up, full on. You guys are man, y'all manned it up and ate that thing. And I'm the dummy because I ate one too, just to see if it was hotter. Yeah, it was not good. Look, he says not pleasant, not pleasant. Sounds like they brother found a whole new meaning of the ring of fire on the backside. Oh, yeah. New definition of the fire in the hole. Yeah, whole new meaning to fire in the hole. Like it was bad. You know, man, I got two good students right now too, man. They both drove really well to Kansas and back, so well, they were awesome, and you know, they're really cool guys. I was like, man, it's great to have two guys that are just like they seem to get along. That always helps having a team building right there. So when one of them feels down, the other one's gonna pick them up. You know, I think we're having a good time out there. We're gonna be having a good time out there on the back, and good to have them move at the same pace and see what they can do. Jeff Dirt, what's up, dude? Just tuned in. Welcome, Jeff. I want to see Kiersey eat the chip. Hey, Hans, good idea. Maybe we can get Kiersey as the reefer driver, but we need to find a flatbedder. Who flatbed can we get to come eat that chip? That's the question. So, hey, you know what? If there's a flatbedder that wants to go ahead and volunteer right now, or a reefer person that wants to volunteer for next year for the 2023 chip, like leave me a message in the comments. Definitely leave me a message in the comments, because that would be cool to go ahead and get that lined up and see who's going to come over and eat the chips. Do y'all really like seeing people eat the chips? Y'all like watching people in pain? Was it entertaining? I rewatched it. I was kind of laughing. You should have saw those guys' eyes, man. They were glazed over. It was like, ooh. This is the third week waiting and hoping this week to get the call. Oh, look, we got a reefer guy right there. Big River Rich, West Virginia. I just say River Rich. But he said he'll eat the chip, so we got to take her right there. The Trader Sam. Yeah, Sam, you can come represent for a flatbed. I'll eat it for flatbed. Will you really? Sam, it says don't eat it with blood pressure issues, man. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just leaving that out there. I'm just putting that out there. So if you die in my house, I'm not going to be happy. If you die in my house, you better, your ghost, I'm going to leave the window open, because if you die in my house, I'm going to let you float on out the window, because you're not going to haunt my house, bro. I'll call Tennessee Flatbedder over here, and he'll burn some sage or whatever, and he'll get you out of my house. Can't stay here. Can't haunt me. No way. No, sir. We have the 2 for the chips. We have the 2 for the chips. Yeah, we do. So 2023, we have 2 contestants already, and we're a year away from it. So that's good. We're gonna, good for you, like good for you, because the chips sucks. Like, I'll tell you right now, the chips horrible. Did not like it. I ate 2 of them. Yeah, and I'm not falling for it again. I'm not falling for it again. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this chip isn't as hot as last year, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not even gonna compare it. Or this chip is hotter than last year. I'm not gonna be the guy that compares it. Jesus Takes the Wheel said he ate the chip. Him and his buddies ate the chip, and he said it was hot. He couldn't even handle it, and he was never going to eat one again. If Jesus Takes the Wheel won't eat another chip, I'm definitely not eating another chip. I have high blood pressure, but I ate the chip already. Well, it's not as fun if you already ate the chip. Well, I don't know, because I'm sure people were laughing at me because I was dumb enough to eat it. And I was gone out the live for a while, and my nose started bleeding. I've never ate something that made my nose bleed. That was kind of weird. I was like, man, you ate one for each door you swung. Yeah. I would say, Sam, you could eat one for each time you tarped a load, but we know that that's not very many chips compared to how many doors he swung. You had a yellow box chip. I can't talk. I swing doors now. Man, those doors are heavy, Sam. I'm telling you. Yeah, we're Reefer Squad, man. Did y'all like that video I did on the reefer unit? I'm kind of thinking about doing a more in-depth one, talking about the temperatures and stuff like that of the loads and what you should run it as and stuff like that. I'm really looking at making another video on the reefer and kind of put out that information too. I wanted to get that video out there for the guys that are all like, Prime said I'm going to be a reefer driver. I don't know what reefer is. They're going to have me hauling marijuana. You hear that all the time. They're all like, reefers. Makes me think of the Sublime song, smoke 2 joints in the morning, smoke 2 joints after that. Reefers. The very start of the song, it talks about reefers. But not this kind of reefer. I got drug tested the other day, so I hope I don't get drug tested again because I said the word reefer. Y'all always pick me. You always get me whenever I don't have to go pee. It's not fair. Then I had a chug of energy drink and a coffee and another coffee. Then I finally had to go, and then I had to pee all day long. And I'm never chugging an energy drink and drinking coffee at the same time, man. My heart was beating fast. I put the app on my watch. That. So I put all these apps on my watch right here. Stress, I was in the red. Then I was all like beats per minute. It was real high. Then this ECG, I was doing that to make sure that I wasn't gonna die from all the caffeine in me, because I'm a paranoid person. So I'm all like, drink an energy drink plus coffee. I overdosed on caffeine. I'm gonna die today. Like I was like, oh, I just sometimes I'm that way. When you get 3,000 subscribers, I'll volunteer to eat 2 chips on your live. I'll even come all the way from southern Colorado to do it. Wow. Does it say 30,000 or 3,000? It says 3,000. Whoa, 2 chips. Dang. Dang, Pegleg, you are tripping, bro. 2 of them? Man, we'll see. Oh, 2 of them. Did y'all see that? We need somebody get a screenshot of that right there. Somebody get a screenshot of that right there, because when I get 3,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be like, Pegleg, get your old tail over here. Come to Ozark. We're gonna feed you 2 hot chips. You don't want to eat 2 hot chips, man. Are you going to eat 2 at the same time? Or are you going to eat one, once you finish one, chew on the next one, and eat it too? I got so many questions about that. Well, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. If Versatile Duckling was here right now, he would not suggest that. He would definitely not suggest that. That's whew. Yeah, more in depth on the reefer unit. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing more in depth because I wanted to do stop start. I want to do I want to talk more about the range. I want to talk more about frozen, and I want to talk more about defrost and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm there. There's a BS meter on your watch too. Is there? Probably is. I wrote the same thing. Hey, it happens. Like I tell you, sometimes I make shit up to make it sound believable. Sometimes one after another. Ooh, man, this is gonna be horrible. That would be horrible. You know what? Pegleg's gonna eat the 2 chips, and I'm gonna steal his leg. So he can't even go. He can't even get out the room. He's gonna be stuck here. He's gonna be like, ah, I need to get to the. I need water. I need water. I need a water hose. And I'm gonna be like, got your leg. And I'm gonna be like dinging the bell with it. I second that motion. Ooh, Pegleg, you're nuts, bro. You are nuts. Eating 2 of them. That is craziness. Sam's already crying. So y'all heard it first. Pegleg will eat 2 of those mugs. 2 of them. 3,000 subscribers. Y'all make sure y'all start sharing this and call your mama, call your cousin, call your cousin's cousin, call your sister, call your brother, whoever. Get them to subscribe because everybody wants to see Pegleg eat 2 chips. So start sending out messages. Hey, subscribe to this channel just for a couple days. That's all we need. We're gonna hit 3,000. He's gonna eat the 2 chips. He's gonna die. I don't want to say die. He's gonna be horrible. Like this was the worst thing ever. He might eat 2 of them and lose an arm or something. Then he'll be Pegleg, peg arm. You know, it's going to be bad. But all they got to do is subscribe until this guy eats 2 chips. That's your thing. Share my channel and say, hey, all you got to do is subscribe to this channel till the guy eats 2 chips, one after another one, and it's going to be horrible. Steal my leg and there might be a firebomb in the room. Oh. Jesus, I would have never said I would have ate 2 chips. I think Tennessee Flatbedder was thinking about eating the second one when somebody told him to eat the second one for GoFundMe money. GoFundMe help. Yeah, I'm not eating whew. Well, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out. I got to do my trip sheet. I haven't done it for my load, so I want to get my trip sheet turned in, and I want to go hang out with the family. So thanks for stopping by. I'm glad y'all came out and hung out with me. I know we didn't talk about nothing useful, but we had a good time hanging out tonight and just chilling. Monday night chill session went great. So I'm out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be looking for 3K subscribers. 3K subscribers and 800 subscribers for Tennessee Flatbed and Pegleg's eating 2 chips. I added that second one in, but I was trying to help out my boy. Y'all got to understand that. So my next 300 subscribers also subscribe to Tennessee Flatbed. No, wait. 400 subscribers. My next 400 subscribers subscribe to Tennessee Flatbed also. And I'm out. Good night. Thanks, everyone, for stopping in. We had a good live.